What is wrong with you?
I have two of my ID.
Okay, but this isn't a real ID. Why do you have this?
I get it from somebody who said all I need to do, or they said they can go to the place.
Supposed to be there for 4 hours and come right back. Their friend doesn't want to be alone, so she asked me to come along with her.
I didn't allow anybody.
No, not you, but the government.
Well, that's
a scam.
A woman at a Florida airport presented a driver's license to board a domestic flight. The license number did not exist in state records. Name did not exist either. What unfolds next exposes a legal trap most people never see coming.
So why is that ID wrong?
I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the one that was in my purse. I have all of my stuff in my purse. If you go in my purse, you'll see it.
What is wrong with you?
I have two of my ID.
Okay, but this isn't a real ID. Why do you have this?
I always have that in my purse.
Okay, why?
I just always have it in my purse.
That's not an excuse. It's a fake ID. You can't have a fake ID in your possession.
Well, I didn't know that. That's only for...
You didn't know you couldn't have a fake ID?
I didn't even know it was fake.
How do you not know it's fake?
Because someone said they can get ID. I didn't even know it was a fake ID. Because I know they said once an ID have... Well, at least the person who told me once my ID have all of my information and it's my ID. Someone told me that they all I need to do is to go to this Thai place, and then the Thai place gave me my ID.
You don't go to some place to get your ID. You go to DMV to get your driver's license.
Okay, this place is like a DMV because I have two. The one I went to, what I did was I gave them my passport and they gave me an ID. That's my ID. But then this one right here is when I came. I don't know who it was, but they said that you could always transfer your stuff to your ID. Just give me my information. So I transferred my stuff. I did the same thing that I transferred my ID from the DMV place with them.
With them? But you only get your driver's license to the DMV.
No, you don't. If you go in my purse, you'll see it. And if you go in the system and call them, you'll see they give you ID.
Oh, who's them?
It's called a Thai agency place, but they give you ID.
Okay, where?
They give you an international ID. All you need to do is transfer your passport over. That's me.
Yeah, I have her social.
What's your real license? Where's your real license out of?
My real license is in my purse, but that's the same.
Okay,
it's the
is it
same
from
name.
Florida?
No, it's from here.
This is Florida.
Well, I don't know. It's from here.
Okay, because we ran your name too, and your name doesn't exist either in our system.
My name is Stian Lashar Smith. If you see, I use two names. Why? Because my grandmother. From I was 22. How is it a fake ID if that's me? How is it a fake ID if that's me and that's my information? You could even go on my son, everything, that's me. Even my bank account, that's me. How is it a fake ID?
It's a fake ID because it's not real. It was not issued by the state of Florida. The DL number does not exist. And when we run your name and information that's provided on it, you also don't exist.
No,
so
that
is how it is a fake ID. It is not real. You did not get it from the state of Florida. Thus, you can't possess it. It is illegal to possess a license.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Did you get it from the state of Florida?
I get it from somebody who said all I need to do, or they said they can go to the place and they can turn over my stuff. I didn't know that because that's what I did with my part, with my
Any
own.
logical person would know that you cannot get a license from a friend.
But that's what, no, not a friend. I didn't know the person.
We can get customs to assist us.
They have?
Yes, they can fingerprint it. Have you seen the ID yet?
I see the ID down there, but the ID
is it a Florida ID?
It's a Florida ID.
Obviously fake.
I don't wonder. She run it over there.
I mean, does it look fake? Does it look fake?
It looks fake.
Where was she flying to?
New one. Sir.
Hi, sorry.
Can we go over here? Go over here.
I was calling your phone, man.
You're just gonna have to wait for it. Is she a friend of yours?
My wife.
It's your wife.
Yeah. What's going on?
She's being detained right now
Why?
because of her identifications.
What's wrong with identification?
Doesn't seem right. You know where she's traveling to today by chance?
Yeah, she's going to New Jersey.
To New Jersey?
Yeah, she has a company and one of her friends is a flight attendant for a layover. They're supposed to be there for 4 hours and come right back. Their friend doesn't want to be alone, so she asked me to come along with her.
Oh, a flight attendant asked her to come with her?
She's been calling me now trying to figure out what's going on. She lands in about 47 minutes in Pittsburgh, and we find out for you right now.
Who's she a flight attendant with? Spirit?
I can ask her. You gotta let them know so they don't put your bag on the plane.
She was probably already gone.
How's she gonna get the bag back? All her identifications in her bag.
Probably have to have it sent back, probably.
Huh?
Probably have to have it sent back. Her flight's at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, flight's at 8 o'clock.
So that bag's
all of her
not,
passport, everything is
not
in
gonna
her
be able
bag.
to would be able to be removed off the flight. Are you here for us?
I believe
You
so.
want to film in?
Something about a Bahamian passport.
No, not necessarily. Just go around. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, just go right through here.
Okay.
Yeah. You just lift that up. What's your name, sir? James? Yeah.
Have you ever took a driving test?
Yeah, I took a driver's test. I even have a driver's thing in the Bahamas.
No, over here in the state.
No, all I did was give them my information from that, and then I change it over from my driver's license. I changed it over. You give them your information and you change it over.
But over here, you know you're supposed to take a driving test. It doesn't matter if you're just out of your country or whatever. You're supposed to take a driver's test.
I thought you just give them your your driver's license and they change it over.
That's not how
I never go for help. They say I could use a TIN number. There's ways to get around things, and that's issued to me and my name. Okay. So that's why it's me. I issued myself as a business, and that's how I obtained it. So I can use it as a social because that's the law.
Okay.
That's why it's not. I did everything by the law. That's why I get what I get. Nothing is fake. Nothing is. The only thing I did not know was that the place I issued the last time, which was with the ID I gave y'all, is not real. I never knew that. And the other issue place that doesn't want to answer, I didn't know that either because they say they issue IDs.
Okay, so before I even ask you questions, I have to read you your rights, right? Since you know how it works, right? Since you've been here. So I'm going to read you, and when you hear the question, you either say yes, I understand, or no. Okay. All right? So you have the right to remain silent and to refuse to answer questions. What's your birth name?
I don't know. I don't know which one was it. I'm just finding out when I was 30, when I went to go and get my passport renewed because someone broke into the car and take the passport. So they didn't just take the passport, they took my whole purse.
What kind of passport do you have?
It was a Bahamian passport.
Why don't you have an American citizen passport?
I'm not an American citizen. I wasn't born over here.
Okay.
I heard you have to born over here to get that passport.
So usually when you don't have a citizenship, it'll say it on your driver's license.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, that you want to know what that tells me? That this is fake.
Okay, because I didn't know that. Place that
What
this
type of
dude,
place?
there was a guy standing out there, out of the side of the place, and asked me.
Did you go into a legitimate business?
I went into a business for the other one.
What's the other
same
one?
business, the other ID I told y'all to go and look for. It's in my bag, it's in my phone, and it's in my purse.
Okay.
So when y'all see it, y'all get it, but they say it's not real. But it is
This
real.
one's not
It
real.
It is issued. The same thing, I did the same thing to get that one.
I know, but I'm asking you a question about this. This is not real.
No,
How do you know this is not real?
Because y'all told me it wasn't real.
Really?
That's how I know it wasn't real. It's an ID. They say any form of ID.
This is not an ID, this is a driver's license.
So the guy that I met outside of the place told me that the one I have would work, but then I still gonna need an ID, a Florida State ID. They say you can give me all I need to do is do the same thing I did today, give me my passport information, and then pay them money, and then they're gonna bring me one.
I got a question.
The same thing.
Is this a real driver's license?
Yes, a real driver's license.
How do you know?
They look the same.
It looks the same. Then
Yeah,
if then why are you telling me that this is not real?
Because
if I told you
it wasn't real.
But if you know that it's real, you'd be defending that. You'd be like, oh no, that's a real driver's license. I will defend to the end of time.
Anything the police say.
I will defend to the end of time that this is a real driver's license.
But I'm
so
not
if I
gonna
tell you
lie.
right now, the necklace right now is fake. The necklace you have on right now is fake.
If you're not a jeweler, then I wouldn't believe you. But if you're a jeweler, I'm gonna believe you.
How do you know what I know?
Because you're a jeweler.
Exactly.
You went to school for it.
But how do you know if I'm not? I did it on the side. So anyone tells you, you're gonna believe because they claim. Doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't
because it does.
No, because if you
looked it up.
If you knew that you went the proper way to receive a driver's license and you paid the money for it, you should stand with your gun, and be like, no, this is real.
I don't know anything about America like that, so if
How
the
long have
police
you been
tell
here?
me that, I've been here from when I was 22.
Okay, how many years is that? I don't know who you are.
I think 14.
14 years.
Yeah.
How did you get here?
I got here on the plane.
So you flew from where?
The Bahamas.
Okay. So you've been here 14 years. And the person you're traveling with is who?
My daughter. Oh, you mean now?
Where's your daughter?
The person who I travel with over here?
Who's your daughter?
I'm asking you, which question are you asking? The person
You're not
I travel
running
with
this
over
interview.
here?
You're not running this interview. I am. Who is your daughter?
You asked me a question,
Okay,
so I wanted to
and
answer.
you brought up something that wasn't even talked about.
Yeah, because
Who
you
is your
asked me
daughter?
who did I travel with when I came, so I said my daughter.
Okay, so you traveled with her when you came.
Yes, she was
Okay.
a child.
Is that?
Can I ask you a question? Why are you
Sure.
being repulsive?
I'm not. I'm questioning. I'm asking.
I
you
know
some
I'm being
questions.
respectful, and I
Same here.
didn't.
I haven't been
Thank
disrespectful.
you.
Haven't been rude.
It
I've been
was
asking you questions.
rude a bit. I'm not being mean, but I only thought you asked me who I traveled with. I don't really understand when you say things just like that.
Okay.
It has to be specific. That's why I asked you.
So the man that's here is who?
It's her father.
That's her dad.
Yeah.
Where did you meet him?
In the Bahamas.
Okay.
I was 7.
Having this is a big problem.
I didn't know that.
I know.
I did not. The only reason I know that is because they looked it up and say it's not coming up, and I said that's impossible.
Okay.
And
Well,
then
this
when they
is
looked
this
up
is
the other
fake,
one,
right? And with all the things going on, this is a big problem.
I didn't know it was fake.
Very big problem. And then you don't have citizenship here, right?
No, the other one is the same thing. That means that one is fake too. So I don't understand how y'all allowing people to be open with tag agencies doing all this and then it's fake.
Allowing? I didn't allow anybody.
No, not you, but the government.
Well, that's
They said the
that's
other
a
one is
scam.
fake.
That's what it's called, scamming.
But it's government issued. But it's government issued. They have it on their information on their online saying that they give everything.
Okay, so what's the other thing that you said that's fake?
They said the other one is fake.
What is it? I haven't seen it.
It's a
I mean, that's
It's the same thing. It's issued from
I don't
here.
know if it's fake or not.
Okay.
No, it's issued from here. It's a American ID, not a Bahamas. It's just international.
Who has that? It's in your bag, right?
Yeah, it's in my bag and my phone, and they said it's fake too. So I'm like, hold on, if this is fake, that is also fake because I
Okay.
did the same thing.
Okay.
I literally went and looked up things that I can do to get around things. They said there's laws around everything, and I just have to do it legitimately, and that's what I did. But I never knew that.
In the Bahamas, they don't have like an American embassy.
They do have American embassy.
That's the proper way to go from one country to the other. You have to apply in the American embassy.
I know when I came over here and I was in the but I went to the embassy. I have a embassy thing. I came over the right way. I came over through airplane. I didn't come on a boat. I didn't get smuggled in.
Even if if you don't go to the American embassy, you could still fly. You could still come. Whatever
Yeah, I
country
know.
you are.
In my passport, you will see in the system that I have an American visa. I came over with my visa.
How long was it for?
I don't know. The only thing is when I came
That's
over.
very important because when you're given the visa, they tell you how long. They'll say 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years.
Oh,
5
they don't
years.
tell you that. They tell you in your on your passport. They stamp it or
Well,
something.
you don't have
for-
a passport. You
for
have the
amount.
Bahamian one.
Yeah, they
So
tell
it
you
would
on the
be on-
passport.
Ice is coming down.
Yes.
Okay. So that's the one over here in Hollywood?
Yes.
All right. That's coming from us.
Excuse me, I've
No,
can I
yes,
speak to you, please?
I.
I've done ice before.
Sorry?
I've done ice before. I can't
I
go
think she's
back
going
home.
to.
That's not our decision,
Her
though.
husband was going.
I
the
know,
new
but
rules now.
that's going to cause me to be unalive. I already explained that to them. This is the reason why I came with my daughter in the first place.
This single encounter activates 3 separate areas of law simultaneously. A state criminal law, federal identity fraud statute, and federal immigration removal. Understanding how they overlap reveals an exposure few people anticipate. She argued the ID was real because it carried her photo and her information. Under the law, that argument fails entirely. But the question of whether she knowingly possessed a fraudulent document is far more complex. Florida statute 322. 212 subsection 1A classifies knowing possession of a counterfeit or unlawfully issued driver's license as a 3rd-degree felony. Penalty, up to 5 years imprisonment and a $5,000 fine. The statute requires knowing possession. Courts apply the willful blindness doctrine. Person who deliberately avoids confirming whether a document is legitimate is treated in law as having actual knowledge of that fact. Only the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles may lawfully issue a Florida driver's license or state identification card. No private business, tag agency, or third-party vendor holds that authority under any Florida statute. Miranda v. Arizona 1966 requires rights advisement before custodial interrogation. Under Illinois v. Perkins 1990 Statements made before formal custody attach are generally admissible without Miranda warnings. Well, in this encounter, timing is the critical variable. In federal exposure compounds, state charges. Title 18, United States Code Section 1028, subsection A4, criminalizes possessing a false identification document with intent to defraud the United States. Federal penalty up to 15 years imprisonment, and independent of any state conviction. Under 8 United States Code Section 1000, 227 subsection A1B of the Immigration and Nationality Act. Any alien who remains beyond their authorized period of admission is classified as deportable. More than 1 year of unlawful presence triggers a 10-year re-entry bar under Section 182. The vendors who manufacture and distribute these documents carry heavier exposure. Florida Statute 831. 29 classifies manufacturing instruments to produce counterfeit driver's licenses as a second-degree felony, punishable by up to 15 years imprisonment. The operative legal lesson and possession charges do not transfer to the vendor. Person found holding a fraudulent document bears full criminal exposure under state law. Face federal statute, where immigration status is involved. And civil removal proceedings as well. An unlawful presence is not a civil footnote. When combined with fraudulent identification at a federal checkpoint, it generates concurrent state, federal, criminal, and immigration jeopardy simultaneously. Did the deputies establish knowing possession beyond a reasonable doubt? Did the willful blindness doctrine survive a suppression challenge on the pre-Miranda statements? Did ICE assume custody before state charges could be filed? These questions sit at the intersection of criminal law, immigration, enforcement, and constitutional procedure. The answers determine everything that follows, and the analysis continues.